Here we are on Friday of the last week of our new unit on survival. I literally just blew in the door. I am a little tiny bit behind today, the morning schedule and routine that I like to keep because I stopped at the store on the way to buy the supplies for the s'mores, the graham crackers, Hershey chocolate bars, and marshmallows for the kind of culminating activity of the fire section of our survival unit, which is going to be learning how to make friction fires with a hand drill using some materials that we find on the school property and led by our district outdoor specialist, Justin. He's going to show us how to do that with help from a couple of other local folks who are into bushcraft and survival skills. And then while the kids are working on that, he's going to be building up a fire in our fire ring, and then we're going to make s'mores afterwards. So I'm super excited for the kids for that. But I had to get the supplies today and then to make sure that I could get the PTSA's card back to them. So anyway, we're just a tiny bit frazzled. Let me land, let me be here. Yesterday I had a sub. I had a collaboration day with the other reading interventionists. It went super well. I also got a better sense of the direction that the building is moving, guided by the administration. I think all of us had kind of had pieces of ideas of their philosophy for the reading intervention, but talking to each other and talking about the versions of the message that we got allowed us to kind of coalesce an understanding that was, I think, more fuller and more nuanced than what we had each gotten separately. So we could come to a fuller understanding together. That was good. I got a good sub note from my kids, about my kids from the sub, so that was really good. And today we are going to be back in our book work. I didn't look at the sub note yet. Well, it's not in the sub note. My students will tell me today they love to give the report the day after the sub is here. They probably didn't finish all of the work that I left for them yesterday, so there'll be time today to finish that work. We're going to be working with the vocabulary that we introduced earlier in the week. I'm going to have them hold up mini whiteboards to give me synonyms for the words that I call out to them. And they're going to write them on the dry erase boards. They really like that. They like the respond, being able to hold up their response. We don't usually use mini whiteboards. That was a reminder I got from one of the other interventionists. We usually use response cards, or I have A, B, C, and D choices on the board, and then they use American Sign Language to tell me which choice they want, and they kind of hold their answer close to their chest so that their neighbor can't see it, and they can't really be seen by their, they can't see their neighbors either, so it makes a little element of competition and gamification, but in kind of a gentle way. But we're doing it with whiteboards today, mini whiteboards for them to hold up the synonyms. We are also going to be probably doing a short Gimkit. They really like Gimkits on Fridays, which is the little online game where a teacher can create a set of questions and then we can all kind of a gentle competition. I play with them. They love that too. I always give them just like a minute or two at the beginning to make sure that they have the character skin that they want and other things that make it just seem like equal parts fun and learning, which is the sweet spot, I think, in any learning environment. So that's where we are. That's where we are for Friday. These videos, I realized, are turning out to be super long. I did not intend for each of these to be 4 to 5 minutes, which means this is probably in total going to be 25 minutes of content. I am almost certainly going to be editing that down. I also realized I made a few mistakes. I think I said on Tuesday, I'm going to have a sub tomorrow, but it wasn't tomorrow. It was Thursday. I was going to have a sub. Anyway, this is my first time doing a vlog. Full stop, is my first time doing a vlog for anything. So I'm learning a lot as I go. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for being part of this process. And I look forward to checking in with you next week.